what every dentist needs to know about applying for their disability benefits and appealing a wrongful denial of their disability claim. Look, I know the disability insurance companies don't always make it easy for dentists who become disabled to get the long-term disability benefits they deserve. Let me tell you the story that I hear from my dental clients every day. Nancy, I bought a disability insurance policy during dental school or, early in my practice. I bought it to protect my income and my lifestyle. I didn't plan on becoming disabled, and in fact, I never gave my policy a second thought. But I'm beginning to have problems with my hands or my neck, and I'm having problems that are really interfering with my ability to work. I was hoping that I could get better, but it just doesn't seem to be working out. I'm having difficulty doing procedures, dealing with patients, completing procedures on time. What should I do? Well, the unthinkable, the unimaginable, and the unbelievable has happened to you. It happened to my dad. I've been there and I understand what it's like to face these kinds of issues. And I don't want the disability carrier to rob you of your peace of mind. Pre-planning and your application for long-term disability benefits. Many dentists think that just because they manage their own practice and deal with insurance companies that they know how to apply for and get their disability benefits without the assistance of a disability attorney such as myself. Well, I think that's a mistake. And I'm going to tell you about what the mistakes are that you can make before you stop working and the mistakes you can make during the application process. You can inadvertently make a mistake by not understanding what's in your policy. In other words, what's the definition of disability? What do you have to prove? What's the definition of occupation? Is it really that of a dentist? What is the definition of before disability earnings? What's the definition of post-disability earnings? Are you entitled to residual disability benefits? And if so, how are they calculated? I find that dentists also don't understand what monies can be deducted from their benefits. Did you know that depending on your policy, if you get Social Security benefits or your children get your Social Security benefits, you have a personal injury settlement, or even a buyout of your practice, that monies can be deducted from your disability benefits? Now, most dentists I represent have residual disability claims, and there's a lot of financial documents that have to be submitted. What's the correct date of disability? What are your before monthly income numbers? What are your post monthly income numbers? Do they correlate with your medical records to show that there's a reason for the decline in your practice income? You've got to put all that information together and analyze it. And that's exactly what I do. I submit all this information to the disability carrier in a huge spreadsheet. Now, I also find that there's a failure to understand the interaction between the disability insurance policies, because some policies will actually deduct from your disability benefits what you're getting from another disability carrier. And you need to know that before you stop working. You also need to understand the games that carriers are going to play with your initial application and have a strategy that anticipates those games and addresses those in the application process. In fact, I have never had an initial application that I prepared and submitted denied, because I thoroughly review the file, the medical, the vocational aspects of the claim, the policy, and I'm submitting documentation that answers any questions that the carrier has before they even ask them. Denial of your continued long-term disability benefits. Look, just because the carrier started paying you your benefits, don't think they're merely going to continue to do that. You will have to continue to submit forms, generally on a monthly basis, their activity of daily living forms, and your physician's going to have to keep on filling out forms. These forms not only need to be completed properly, but they need to be submitted on time, and they need to be consistent. Now, as I've said before, a lot of my clients just aren't ready to stop working, but they're losing income. They have a residual disability claim, and that can be very, very tricky. The carrier is going to play games with the calculations of the before monthly income, the post monthly income, how they analyze your monthly financial statements, and we are there to make sure that the calculations are done correctly and that the benefits are paid timely. Now, there may become a time when you realize that you just can't continue to work. You need to have a plan as to when you're going to stop working and do it in a way that doesn't jeopardize your continued disability benefits. We've got to show consistency in your medical records, and we need to make sure that there's a reason why you stopped practicing, not because you decided to retire or because the bottom fell out of the dental market or for other reasons. We have to show that there's a relationship between your reduction in your income, your disability, and a date that makes sense. Now, just because your benefits are being paid doesn't mean that your claim is going to be immune from scrutiny. I find that carriers will target dental specialties and even certain diseases for termination, and I don't want that to happen to you, so you need to be prepared. Lump sum buyouts of disability benefits. Nobody can force you or the disability carrier into a lump sum buyout of the remaining disability benefits. There is a time and place for buyouts, but that buyout has to be in your best financial interest, not the disability insurance company. I think that there are many factors that go into evaluating the value of your benefits, potential defenses the carrier might have, what's right for you, what's wrong for you, and I actively do these calculations and represent my clients in these negotiations because I want to make sure that you get a settlement that's appropriate for you. And I'm not going to charge you an arm and a leg to do that. Now look, I'm not a dentist. I don't do dental work. I brush my teeth, but that doesn't make me a dentist. So you need to approach this case like any client. You need a disability insurance attorney who does nothing but deal with insurance companies. So before you stop working, before you submit a claim, before you talk to the adjuster, before you give a statement, before you undergo an independent medical evaluation, you need the assistance of a disability attorney like myself. I offer a free 30-minute policy review and consultation. I've written a comprehensive book entitled What Every Professional Needs to Know About Their Disability Policy. Why? Because like my dad who became disabled, I want you to get the disability benefits you deserve. I understand what it's like to be a practicing professional and face the loss of your income, the loss of your identity, and you're wondering how on earth you're going to make this transition. I'm here to help. I've been in your shoes. Call me today at 727-894-3188 for a complimentary consultation.